Good morning. It is Friday, and we are on our final interactive read aloud for the school year. And today we're going to be learning about auroras, lights in the Arctic sky. Colorful moving lights can often be seen in the Arctic sky. These lights are called auroras, or the northern lights. They sway in the air like giant glowing curtains in shades of green, blue, pink, yellow, and violet. Auroras can only be seen when the sky is dark and clear. They can be very dim, or they can be so bright they light up the land, like a giant reading light in the sky. What do you see in the sky at night? People living in the Arctic told stories about the lights being spirits, playing ball and having fun. Other stories describe the lights as a bridge to another world. Nature inspires lots of creative storytelling. What story might you create about these lights in the sky? Stories are fun, but what are these lights really? For thousands of years, people have been sharing hypotheses, recording observations, and inventing new tools to help them answer this question. One thing they wondered about was whether they could predict when auroras would appear in the sky. Since ancient times, people have noticed changes in the sky, such as the sight of the moon, stars, and the sun. Often, they observe patterns in these changes. There is a pattern to the waxing and waning of the moon. The phases of the moon always appear in the same order. Once every 27 days, a full moon is seen. There's also a pattern to where stars appear in the sky across the year. The North Star moves around the sky at different times of the year, but it's always possible to predict where it will be. Learning the North Star's pattern of movement is helpful if you're trying to navigate using the stars. The sun also has patterns we can observe from Earth. We can predict when and where the sun will rise and set at any location on Earth at any time of the year by studying the patterns. What have you observed about the sun? What do you know about it when it rises and sets? Can we predict auroras? Is there a pattern to when they appear in the sky? Auroras seem to appear suddenly. They last a few minutes or a few hours and then disappear. So, unlike the stars and the sun, there doesn't seem to be a pattern to when they appear. Is there a pattern to where auroras appear? Yes. The ability to travel and communicate with people who live all over the earth helped us share our observations and discover a pattern to where auroras appear. We learned that auroras are most likely to be seen in two places: above the Arctic near an area called the North Pole, and above Antarctica near the South Pole. Next, people wondered what these auroras were and why they happened. Scientists help us answer these questions. Some early scientists thought the lights were burning gases, like dancing flames. Others thought they were steam rising from the cold Arctic snow. These were good hypotheses, but they weren't correct. Later, scientists invented tools like the telescope to help them get a closer look at the sky. Warning: never look directly at the sun. It will damage your eyes. Scientists use special safety filters and other tools to observe the sun. With help from these tools, Scientists saw what looked like white lights shooting out from the sun. It was energy exploding from the sun's surface. Soon, scientists noticed another pattern. Whenever lots of energy was released from the sun, auroras were more likely to be seen on Earth. This was a clue that solar energy and auroras were related to each other. But how? When solar energy shoots out from the sun, some of it gets pulled to each end of the Earth. Solar energy is attracted to Earth's magnetic poles, so the North Pole and the South Pole. When this big burst of solar energy crashes into the air close to Earth's poles, the air particles light up with color. This is how auroras are created. Scientists can't yet predict when big flares of solar energy are about to explode from the sun. Instead, they watch and record when they see the energy being released. When they observe a flare of solar energy, they can predict when and where the next auroras will be seen on Earth, like weather forecasters. Many people travel to the Arctic Circle hoping to catch a glimpse of the beautiful lights. Sometimes, when flares of solar energy are big enough, auroras can be seen farther from Earth's poles. They can even be seen from parts of the United States. Lights in the city, make it very difficult to see auroras. The best place to see auroras clearly is in the countryside against a dark, cloudless evening sky, far away from city lights. Maybe one day you'll be an astronomer or a geoscientist, studying the sun and earth. You can help us learn even more about auroras. There's still a lot we don't know about them. Imagine you see an aurora. Where would you go to see one? What colors might you see? So that's something you can also choose to answer. So here they're showing you aurora, North Star, Earth, Moon, Northern Lights, Satellite, Stars, Sun, Telescope. All right, so when we meet, let's have our paper and pencil all ready to go. And we are going to get our last interactive writing done today, too. I'll see you back in a little bit.